Yeah, I got some obsidian. I was gonna do some abo napping. Just using all tools that I gathered, where I've been and stuff. This is all my abo tools. I got my hammer stones, my hard hammers, antler pieces that I've cut up. I've made this tool. This tool I seen a fellow YouTuber, Jack Crafty. He's an excellent flint napper, and this is where I got this idea from. Was from a video he uses similar to this, and I could just insert pieces like this. This is a piece of antler, super thick, and just unwrap this, take the split off of it, put it back, and I got another piece. And I basically just took this piece off the side of an antler, the inside of the piece that's really hollow, but the outsides is super thick, so you could use this for tools easily. I'll be using this today. And here's my Ishi stick with antler. And here's a point. Here's some Clovis types that I've made recently. I have to finish these up. I haven't put the detail into them. I'm just starting to make Clovis points. This is not a Clovis, but I used all abo tools. And I gotta sharpen this. There's the Clovis that I've made. This flake is decent, and this one is alright too. It's just the name of the game when you're starting out. Here's a super nice quality triangular shaped spear. It's silver obsidian. I can see that. Super high quality. Here's another thing I made using only Aboriginal. All those tools are made only with Aboriginal style tools. What people would use back in the day in the Stone Age. This is just an axe head or a tomahawk. I prefer an axe. And these bones, this is what I've used to flute my Clovis. I use this piece right here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Just notched it out with a piece of obsidian. Just like notching it, just like just a line in there. Notched it, and then I have this antler. I just hit on it after I put it on the fluting flake platform. This is also another one that I use to flute my Clovis points. Alright. I got this piece of obsidian. It's really fat. I got this piece though so I can just practice on thinning out stuff. And I have a mast gun right now because there's a forest fire. There's actually 3 of them in my area, and the closest one's about 12 miles away from me, so it's pretty gnarly out. And it's really bad for me to breathe this for too long. As you can see, it's smoky as heck. It's gonna make a little short, fat Clovis, I guess. That's an arrow point right there. Here's my first hit right here. Second one. It could have came off as one flake, but we got into. I'm gonna try to hit it right there and take off the switch if I possibly can. Just a little bit of it off. Some cool stuff. Alright, so far those are the 3 major flakes that I removed off of this piece. This one from right here, and these 2 are right here. And those can all be made into arrowheads. Just trying to thin this out as good as I possibly can. Not ultra thin, but thin enough that it's going to be effective. I mean, even if it's a fat point, but I just like them thinner. I just like putting my flakes back just to see, to get kind of an idea. My first platform edge was right there. My second one, and then you could put all the flakes back together. That's how fat that was. First flake, second flake, and one around here, first flake. Second flake, you can see it's already thinner. And that's only 4 flakes. 3 big ones, that's all I've taken off of it. And done maybe a tiny bit of trimming to set up those. This side, this edge right here is already pretty thin. This is what concerns me, this rolled edge. It's basically, this is a piece I just found, and it's like an overshot. This was an overshot flake on a bigger rock, and you can see that rolled edge right there. You can see there's no really, you can hit it right here, but it's so thick that it might just break it, or so I'm gonna come over here. It's really not working the way I'm thinking. Basically, I just came up. I was gonna come in this way, but it's kind of thin right here. I didn't want to take off anything else over here because it was looking a little weird. So I came in from the back edge. I was gonna hit it right here, but it wasn't a very good idea. I didn't think so. Took some off right here, trimmed it, and set the platform up right here. So I could drive a good portion of this piece off right here. The platform was right here. Hit it. You can see where I took some of that out to let me get in there and then clean this edge up right here. See how fat that is. Oops. That's not a good area. Kind of coming in and over there. Can't really think of any other way. There we go. That's a good one. Okay. Been watching a lot of videos. Most YouTube videos I watch is probably on Flintknapping, and one of the guys I watch is called Jack Crafty. He's an excellent flint napper, and I've been watching all of his abo videos, and I mean, I do work a lot of abo, but I'm just trying to get better at it. So I've been really watching his videos, and I've seen him progress quite a bit. So it's making me basically make this video today. these two flakes ran over each other. When I took this one out, kind of created a step fracture or a hinge. So I came across and took off that one right there, two flakes. Alright, I had to stop it for a second. Some guy was trying to come up to me and sell me some stuff. So I'm just trying to get a round biface. I kind of took off a little too much right here. I mean it's not too much, but I just have to take some flakes off of this. Should probably be using a smaller hammerstone. I'm just going to use it for a little bit longer. But I took it off right there. See, it's getting thin in the middle. I don't want it too thin in the middle because I don't want it to break. I'm going to have to take off some flakes. Next flake I'm going to take off is hopefully about to here. I'm going to try to get it to go more than half away. You see that ridge right there. Alright, so here's my biface. It's not all the way complete, but still gonna work on it. I'm gonna use this limestone. I've had this rock for probably almost probably a year. You can see it's pecked right here, pecked on this side. Use these two for bigger flakes, and then the smaller side I use for smaller ones. I use it as an embraider as well, but it's good, really good. I'm kind of getting depressed because it's getting so small, but it's good for when it gets smaller. So. This is actually the rock that I use for an abrader. You can see it has a lot of holes. It's really coarse. And it takes any sharp edge off quickly. I'm just gonna use this antler real fast to take off this square edge. I'm just trying to save as much edge as possible. edge right there, so I just fixed it. Next flake, I'm going to hit it right there, and right there, and hopefully take off this little lightning bolt ridge. Oh. Crushed it. I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it with too much contact. I'll try it again. Getting a little sloppy. Crushing on me. I'm gonna use this big one and try to hit it right on the corner edge. Not too good. That's better. There we go. Right here. Right there. Ooh, that was kind of too hard of a hit. You can see I chipped it kind of far. It's not too bad. Hit it right there. Took off this piece. You can see it created a canyon. Kind of went too deep, but that's fine. Next, I'll just hit this and take this ridge off. But I'm gonna show you all the chips that I had to take off to small this down to this size from my original rock. I'll show you how many chips it is. Platform. Right there. That got it out fast. There's the thing right there. And this piece literally hit straight in, down and in, and it sent that flake ripping sideways and all the way up to right there. Which I was meaning to do. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean for that to happen. But that's just to give you a good example that you might hit something like that and it'll follow that ridge. Not just one length, not just one way, but several ways. It just literally went like this and it turned, followed that hinge all the way up. Tiny little platform right there. I'm going to try to take off this ridge right here, this tiny little thing. And like I said, a tiny little platform, and that little ridge came right off. Right there. Looking pretty good though. The person I watch the most on Flintknapping is this Jack Crafty. I think his name's Patrick. I just learned a lot from watching his videos, honestly. Skill, I know it takes people a very long time to become just decent at it, and I'm very grateful that I'm even able to do this much. I'm sure that's how long I've been doing it. Started 5 years ago. I knew about Flintknapping and I knew about arrowheads since I was just a little boy, because one of my parents' friends gave me a little agate arrowhead from the Columbia River Gorge, and that's the first time I laid my eyes on an actual authentic arrowhead. I think it was when I was in 2nd grade. But I cherished that thing. Don't know what ever happened to it. We moved and I just never seen it again. Hopefully it went back into the ground. I remember buying, when I was in 4th grade, an obsidian arrowhead for $20 in Portland, Oregon. I bought my first arrowhead there in Portland, Oregon. It wasn't an authentic one, it was the one that some napper made. And I remember I cherished that thing. I had it for about 5 years, and one day I was pulling it out to show some of my friends, and it busted. It dropped on the floor and busted in front of them, and I was so embarrassed. It was in front of my cousins. But yep. Let me use this big one. I feel more comfortable for some reason right now using this one. Supporting it with my fingers right here, right underneath the point of impact. I'm gonna hold it like this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it just like this. Woo! Okay, so literally this tiny little spot ended up hitting. You can see, whoops. Ah, dang it. Crushed that one, but still took some off and didn't create no hinges. So I'm going to use this little one. Instead of using it like this, I'm going to pick it up like this, and I'm just going to go down just like this. Because I'm not really accurate on tiny little things, but so. Cleaned it up pretty good. There's the next one. spot right there. On his recent one or something. I watched about 3 hours of Jack Crafty's videos on Obsidian, which is one of my favorites, and then he halves it. He halves it on a shaft, 4-shaft. It was like an hour and a half, and I watched the whole thing. It's just so interesting to me, and when I'm a flint napper too, I like to see other people's stuff like that, and it just makes me even more willing to go make a video. And I've only made 2 flint napping videos that I posted, and I'm gonna start doing it more consecutively, like every other day if I can. I'm really trying to hone in my skills for abo flint napping. So that side's looking. See the lines in this? It's really beautiful. Okay, just setting up some places that I can knock off. There's one, so yeah, just okay, there you go. My lights are back on. So I just hit a spot right there, knocked it off, so I can have another platform that's sticking out. I'm gonna kind of beef it up a little bit more. And then there's this next spot. I'm using this one right now. I'm just kind of using the tip of this right there. Just right here, just kind of glance it to peel it off. There we go, it worked pretty well. That one worked as well as I wanted all of them to, but it's fine. Let's see right there. Alright. I'm gonna use this. It looks like it's really big for this, but as you can see right there, there's a ton, because I use these sides for bigger rocks, so it makes the middle stick out like that. As you can see right there, there's like a little hump, and I basically just use that because it's got a lot of weight, and I don't have to be super cautious and be forceful. So I just use the tip of this here. I'm trying to get kind of a thick flake right now. I'm trying to get thicker, kind of a thick flake. Let's see. Nope, that one didn't work. This next one, hopefully I'll be able to get one. I really need one right here. That one wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Right next to it, going backwards, and then I'm gonna go hit this one. Okay. Okay, next one right here. I'm gonna beef that one up a lot. A little bit off. Like I'm reversing. A little bit. Okay. I'm gonna hit too hard. There we go. What I wanted. Right there. Sweet. That's not going to work out the way I want, so I'm just going to do my original plan. Okay. Things like this hit. And yes, I did. Now that is a good one. I needed something like that to thin this piece out. It was kind of too rounded. So I hit it. I'll mess this up. Hit it right on the side, as you can see. Hit it on the back side over here. Hit it right there where my finger's at. You see it move. Hit that. And then went all the way across that. I followed the other one. Kind of looks paleo. If I were to get a couple more. There's another good piece I was trying to get right there. Alright, here's the preform. I'm gonna fix it up after I do it. Here's the Clovis fluting platform right there. Just isolate it by taking flakes off, making sure it's going to one side. Yep. So that fluting flake was way too thick. That was my concern. Busted it off. Busted the tip right off. You can see though. I definitely fluted that. Alright, so here's the tip of that Clovis preform. This is how big it was. I just fixed it. And there's that wonderful looking flute. Ship some flakes into it because I had to fix it, so not too bad. I think they're called Folsom slugs.